What's going on, everybody? We are live. We are getting ready to get our episode ready. We're excited to be here once again, another episode, John to Five. Again, we're so excited and so happy. So please make sure to tune in and stay the whole time. We have a special guest who is going to be with us. And so it is imperative that you stay the whole time. We need you to stay the whole time because it is something that is going to make a lot of sense to you, and you have the opportunity to save a life. And I mean that not saying like there's something that you can do to save someone's life. And so you have an opportunity to do that. And so we are bringing that to you on tonight. And so we're excited for that. We will get started roughly in about 4 minutes. Hope that you guys have been watching some football. There's been a ton of football that has been going on. And so I do hope that some of you have been watching all the football games. Obviously, I'm an Eagles fan, so we play tomorrow night. So I'm extremely excited about that. But we are going to get started here in a few moments. We are extremely excited again to be here. You again have an opportunity to save a life, and we're not saying that in a light way. We actually mean that you have an opportunity to save a life. If you were given an opportunity to save a life 9 times out of 10, hopefully 10 times out of 10, you would say, what is it? Let's get it done. It's very easy, very simple, takes less than 30 seconds. And our special guest who is going to be on is going to share that. And we are truly excited to share our platform with her. I don't want to get too in deep into our details just yet because we haven't started the podcast. But for those of you who are on, again, we want to appreciate you and we want to say thank you for tuning in. It is definitely something that we're excited about on tonight. And FYI, guys, this is our last episode. We're closing out season one. Can you believe we've been doing this for 10 straight episodes? I think we started 3 or 4 months ago. And we have been doing this for for 10 straight episodes. And I think it has definitely been something that has definitely been impactful positively to a lot of people. And so, again, we're excited to be here on tonight. Crazy just to think that we've been here for so long. This podcast has been going on for so long. It's definitely crazy to think. And so we're excited for tonight. Again, and please share. Let people know about what's going on tonight. We need you here. We need you to come. We need your support. We need you to be here because this is an opportunity of a lifetime that you have. And we need you to be here because it's very important. This cause that we are doing is something that we've never done before. We have never done a cause like this before, but we're excited. Again, you have an opportunity to save a life. Again, guys, I don't mean that just to say, oh, you have an opportunity. No, if you were given an opportunity to save someone's life in under 30 seconds, would you do it? It does not take a lot to do. You won't be harmed by it. Okay. But you will have an opportunity to save someone's life. And so that's why we are here on tonight and we are extremely excited. Well, we are going to get started because it is 6 o'clock on the dot, and we are going to get started. Tell the dog and say hi. Tell us a little bit about the dog real quick, Zay. Yeah, Zay got a new dog. I'm excited to meet her next week. So tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, so I got a new dog. Had her for about 2 weeks. Her name is Tequila. That's the name that came with her, little spicy one. Yeah, it's Pit, and I believe it is a bulldog mix too. By the way she walks, by the way she stands, you could tell the pit with the face and how she acts. But yeah, she's only 2 months old. Yeah, this is my daughter right here. You know, this your niece. You know, she's very spoiled, as you can see, very spoiled. But yeah, glad to have a new addition to the family. It's been a long time coming that, you know, we all wanted a dog. So
I know that's right. And we are excited. Real quickly before we get started, I just want to say I will be back next week. Guys, I'll be back in Philadelphia for Thanksgiving break. I am extremely excited, guys. You have no idea. This semester has been hard, and next semester is going to be even harder because that's the semester I'll be looking for a job because I'll be graduating and I need to figure out where I'm going, if I'm going to be living in an apartment. So it's getting real, you guys. It is getting real. Graduation is coming, and I need to get my crap in order. I'm also excited because I get to finally see my girlfriend. Mom, yes, I'm excited to see you. Dad, I'm excited to see you. Brothers, I'm excited to see y'all too. But ain't nothing like an intimate partner. You guys know I love my girlfriend, and I'm excited to have her and to just have her to myself. If you guys ever had a long distance relationship, let me tell you guys, it is a struggle. It's hard, but we're making it. We've been in for about a year and 3 months now. That's 15 months if I'm doing that math correctly. I believe that's right, but I don't know. I did fail math even in college, so y'all don't take it hard on me too much. But I'm excited to be back. Solomon may be with us on tonight. I know he has another obligation, but he may be with us. So we are going to get started real quick, of course, with our sponsorship. And then, brothers, I have a surprise video for you guys that I created for our intro. And so I did not share it with you guys yet because I wanted to share it with everyone on here on tonight. And so you guys get to see what that video looks like. But first, of course, as always, we want to acknowledge our sponsor, Jose Escobar. If you are watching, we appreciate you for sponsoring us and believing in us. That's the most important thing. You continue to believe in us and you continue to give us that sponsorship and you continue to motivate us and inspire us. You always send these messages, hey, I got your back. Hey, what do you need? And so that's what a sponsor does. And we really appreciate you going over and beyond for us. So here is the sponsorship video.
Hi, my name is Jose Escobar, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. We're a growing tribe, a community of entrepreneurs all over the world, globally, all across the country, high performers, titans of industry. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to grow personally and professionally, scale your influence, develop your skill set, move the needle in your business, more clients, more money, more profit, the bottom line, and of course, grow your circle and your network like never before, this is where you want to be. Join the Connected Leaders Academy today. We are scaling massively. We want to welcome you in. Check me out on Instagram and on Facebook, the @ JAESCO25. We look forward to having you join us. Take care.
All right. Again, we want to thank our sponsor. I know I may be freezing a little bit. I am in a new area, so I want to apologize for that if I go in and out or something like that. I want to change the Wi-Fi, but then I think I'm going to ruin all the settings, and so I don't want to do that. So I don't want to touch it. So if you guys, if I do freeze up, just bear with me. I am in a new area. I may try it, I may not. We see how everything goes. But again, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Jose Escobar. Again, we appreciate you. Again, he is on. Thank you, Jose, for sponsoring this event for our podcast. We appreciate you. Again, you go over and beyond for us. You continue to let us know that we're winners. You continue to let us know that you have a back. And, me and my brothers, we appreciate you. And we thank you for all your kind words. We thank you for constantly going over and beyond for us. So we want to say again, we appreciate you. All right, we are going to get started with this video. Am I still glitching up?
Yeah, like once in a while it would glitch up.
All right, so what do you guys think? You think I should try it? You think I should try it out? Try switching the Wi-Fi?
I feel like if you try that, you're gonna totally cut out, and then we will have to do it all over again.
All right, that's fine. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. Again, I'm sorry, I'm in a new area, and the Wi-Fi here is kind of switching and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch places. As I'm doing that, I'm going to turn my camera off. Anthony or Zay, if you guys can just, say something or do it like hold a little conversation, I'll be right back. I'm going to try to move real quickly. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to have to switch my Wi-Fi, but that's okay. We're going to do it that way. So whoever would like to talk, just hold a conversation for me.
So a little updates. I know we do updates on our life. As y'all know, we got the dog. Um, I am also and still in the long running, but I am also still in the process of going to the Air Force. I'm just waiting, excuse me, for the people that don't know, uh it's a medical read. So I'm just waiting for my medical read to come back to say, yes, hey, Isaiah Johnson, you can, go into the Air Force, you are qualified. Um, I did recently get my driver's license, which when I do end up going into the Air Force, opens up a couple jobs for me that I am able to do. If you don't know how the Air Force works, it's not just you go in and you fly a plane. There's many different jobs you could take in the Air Force, and yeah, having a license opens you up to many jobs, especially with the test. Um, yeah, and that's really much about me. I also picked up a second job. So I have two ways of income now, which is good because having a puppy is real draining, drains your money. Gotta take her to the vet this Tuesday. And yeah, I know that's gonna hurt my wallet. And yeah, she's real spoiled, got her all these toys and all that. She's also very smart. She knows sit. And she knows to go potty. Like number two, outside now. Number one, it's hard to predict because she drinks a lot of water, so we have pads. But she is trained to go on the pads now. And yeah, she probably pretty tired right now, so she probably about to go to sleep. But Anthony, any updates?
Um, Not much. I think the really only update I will say is that within the next week or so, I will be I guess you can say launching my um talk. Um and it's going to be titled The Voice of Preacher's Kids. So please look out for that. It's going to be exciting. Um, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to reach preacher's kids, to help someone who may be even going through secretly, um, just to help someone. Our goal is to help someone. Our goal is to save someone. And so that will be my goal. So just look forward to that. Again, it will be in the coming weeks. And once I put it out, I ask that you like it, I ask that you share it. I'm looking to even bring guests on, to share their stories and to share their experiences. So it's going to be great. I'm expecting, you know, God to move.
All right, and we are back. I think this Wi-Fi is better, guys. Can we agree this Wi-Fi is better? All right, cool. Yeah, on regards to Anthony's what he's doing, guys, that is really powerful. So you guys have to check that out. FYI, I did his graphics. Once he publishes what he's going to publish, I'm not going to say what he's going to publish, but I did his graphics. So you guys, if you need a graphic designer, I got a whole business that is dedicated to graphic design. And I think Big Bro can attest to that I do pretty good. This is not something that I'm weak at. No, everything that I give is professional. So we're going to get started. We want to officially welcome you to the Johnson 5 Talk Show with our intro video. Again, this is a surprise to the brothers because I didn't tell them about this, but this is also a surprise to you guys as well viewing this. This is a video I created to welcome everybody and to show what we are all about.
I know how to speak Spanish for the ladies. Hola, ¿cómo está? My name is Isaiah. Me amo, you're right, me amo, amigo. My name is Isaias. For the señoritas out there, you know, hit my way. I know where I'm at. Just for a late night drive, you know, just relaxing. And on the way back off 309, I'm driving. And it's crazy too. This is actually something y'all don't know. This is actually something only my uncle knows, Uncle Jared. I actually had, correct me if I don't know how to pronounce this word, but a reminisce of the car accident before I actually had the car accident.
Get the anointing, you have to go through stuff. And, you know, and that is how God is going to be able to use not only us, but as encouraging our viewers, that you're going through tests and trials to help someone else get through. There's a saying that what you go through is not for you, it's for someone else.
I love you guys. I love you guys. You have done a magnificent job. And you were God to take it off.
All right, so officially, we want to welcome you to our podcast.
To be free and flexible.
We want to welcome you to our podcast officially. That's a video that I recently did. If you need an intro video again for your podcast or you're looking for something, again, we create those graphics. But again, we just want to welcome you to. Again, we want to welcome you to our podcast. We're excited about tonight, and we have a special guest. So I need everyone to stay and enjoy everything tonight. We need you to stay the whole night because we have something for you, and it is exciting because again, you can save a life. You have an opportunity to save a life, and we're excited to have our special guest show us and tell us how we can do that. Real quickly, brothers, do you guys know what a stem cell / bone marrow register is? If you guys don't, that's totally fine. I'm just trying to see. A lot of us probably we don't know what that is. I had no idea what that is until our special guest, where we talked, and she kind of taught me, and I learned what exactly it is. So, do you guys have any idea what that is?
I'm gonna take a shot at it. I do want to apologize in advance if I'm way off, and this is definitely not what it is. But I do want to take a shot at it. I believe bone marrow is, how do I word it? I wouldn't say your DNA, but it's who you are. It's inside your bones, and I really don't know how to explain it, but I know it's like bone marrow can be transferred. Like it's a form of treatment. It can be transferred for help. And yeah, I just don't know really how to word it in the right terms, but yeah.
No, you're almost there. You're almost there. Yeah, Big Bro, you have any idea what that means? Stem cell / bone marrow registry.
Well, from the sound of it, you register to donate your bone marrow or your stem cells to help a particular disease. I don't really know everything that involves with it, but that would be my first thought.
That is correct. That is actually right. Again, Zay, you was right on the lines, and then Big Bro kind of picked it up from there. And so it's a registry where you have an opportunity to help someone else. And so we're going to watch this emotional video again from our special guest who is going to be on in a few minutes, but we're going to watch this video because in order for us to know what that registry means, we need to understand what a bone marrow transplant is. Again, you have an opportunity to save a life with what we're talking about, and this is why it's so important. You know, when I was talking to my special guest, you know, she opened up and she said, I would love to be on your platform. I did not hesitate and I did not say no. I said yes, absolutely. Why? Because we have an opportunity to share our platform with someone who's doing greater work in the community, greater work in the world. And so this is what we are all about. And so we're going to watch an emotional video, and then we're going to come back and share what that registry is about. What does a bone marrow transplant mean, and how you have an opportunity to save a life with under 30 seconds. We're not going to watch this whole video because it is a little long.
Our 7-month-old daughter was diagnosed with rare leukemia. And I know firsthand how horrible it feels to be alone. Our daughter did not have a notch. Imagine hearing none of your notches. And today I do what I do because I don't want no other mother, father, brother, or sister to feel the way that we did.
So at the age of 9 years old, my 7-month sister Isabella was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. At this age, I knew nothing about cancer. I didn't even know that a baby could be diagnosed with cancer. And all I could think was that my sister was going to die. It was a very traumatic time for me and my brother. But as a family, we fought through it. And I'm so honored to be here with my family. So we actually did end up finding a donor for Isabella. And the transplant did work. And we are so thankful for the extra year that we did have with Isabella. So I turned to think, what can I do to make this better and make me feel like I have a purpose in all of this? And so I wanted to continue that with just doing Be the Match registry drives to help other patients and other families like us. Well, I feel like this is the path that I was supposed to be on. I'm living my purpose. I'm honoring Isabella every single day through my work. I love what I do more than anything.
And immediately we had something in common that bonded us together immediately. Unfortunately, that thing that bonded us together was that we have both experienced the loss of a child. Now, not everybody has that commonality, and maybe you haven't lost a child, but I'd be willing to bet every single person in this room has lost someone they care about at some point in their life. I would also imagine if you had an opportunity to do something to prevent that person that you love, you could do one thing to help prevent it from happening. If you could go back in time to be a part of a movement, a mission, something like Be the Match that can help save lives, you would do it. Many people in here have donated generously. Some have gone to Be the Match table. I also want to encourage you to find a way to do just a little bit more. Think about that person you love again. There's nothing you wouldn't do for them.
We're all affected either directly or indirectly.
That is as much as we're going to watch. We're going to come
know
back
someone.
and watch the rest of it later when our guest speaker comes. But again, this is something that is changing the world, and this is why we wanted our special guest to be on here. Bone marrow transplant treats conditions such as leukemia and sickle cell. And real quick before we bring our guests on, you guys have to understand, and this is why I wanted Solomon to come on, is because me and Solomon was born with sickle cell. For those of you who know what sickle cell is an incurable disease. There's no cure for sickle cell. Okay, you cannot cure sickle cell, right? And so we were born with sickle cell. Now, God healed us, right? And that's one of our testimonies. God healed us. But what I really want to bring it home is if we were never healed, we would need to find a match. And if we did not find a match, we wouldn't be here today. And that's the purpose of coming onto this registry. That's the purpose of being on the registry, because you can be a potential match for someone who's in the situation that I literally live. I literally live that situation. And if I were not healed by the grace of God, I would need to find a match. And if I did not find a match, I would not be here today. And so that's the importance of coming on as a having to be a register on this registry. And so we're going to have our guest come on at this time, and let me admit her. And she's going to talk more about our mission, more about her mission, what it is that she is trying to do. And so we are excited. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Morales. How are you doing on tonight?
Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today. Hi, Sam, Isaiah, Anthony. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for having me here tonight.
Yes, absolutely. So, Mr. Morales, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and then we'll go from there.
So I have been a nurse for over 37 years. Right now, I am the president of Izzy's Legacy Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization who deals primarily with educating underrepresented communities, so Hispanics, Blacks, mixed ethnicity individuals, about the need to join this registry. It's something that I learned the hard way, right? I had no knowledge of this. Even as a nurse, as a medical professional, I did not know of the disparity that existed until it was my turn. So my whole purpose is to be able to share that with other people so that it doesn't happen to you. So that we can get more people of mixed ethnic backgrounds to join that registry. I always say, don't wait until it's you on the other side of this camera, right? Let's do something now. We have the ability to save lives in life. We don't have to wait, just like other organ transplants. Unfortunately, somebody has to die, right? In order for somebody to receive that organ. Well, your bone marrow is an organ, and it's something that you can help and donate, right? While you're living, and give life to someone else. So why not do it? What's the hesitation?
That is powerful. And so, Zay, you watched the video, Miss Morales. We just got finished watching some of your video for the Izzy Legacy. So Zay, tell me a little bit about what you thought about the video, what you think about Miss Morales' mission. Like, what are some of your thoughts going on in your head, Zay?
The first thing I thought was the statement you just said of how if you have it and it's a treatment that can be done right now while living, why not take it? I feel like that's a big aspect to it because a lot of these things are overlooked, as you said, until it's you on the other side of the table, and then you ask, well, why isn't nobody helping? So I feel as though that is a big part that you just said that really stuck with me of how, yeah, if you can do it, why not do it? I also have a question. If that's
Hold on. We're not to the questions just yet. We're gonna get there. Big bro, what you think about the video that you heard and then what Miss Morales was talking about?
I think that it is, like you were saying, it's very important. Because even myself, I wasn't aware of this, and I'm sure many of us who are even watching are not aware of this. And so to bring awareness to us, I think that your mission is an awesome mission and such impactful because you are impacting family lives. We never really know what someone is going through. until someone shares their story. And so, you know, it's always good to help someone else out, because, like I said, you never know what they're going through. So I think that um, for us to bring this topic to light, um, for me, it just gives you another perspective on life. That first of all, you know, we are blessed that we are still alive, because someone that each and every day does not make it. So we, each and every time that God wakes us up, we are blessed to be alive. And while we are alive and still blessed, our goal should be to help someone else out.
Right.
So true, so true. Austin Haynes says awareness is the first step, which is so important. So we was talking, Miss Morales, and we was talking a little bit about your story. So if you don't mind telling us about your story, what that felt like losing someone so close and dear to your heart, and how has that changed what you're doing now?
So obviously devastating, right? The last thing one expects is to lose a child, right? You expect that you're going to outlive that child. Knowing that I had a baby, she was only 7 months old when she was diagnosed with cancer. So it's like when you think of cancer, or many people think of cancer, it's like, what led up to that, right? Did I smoke? Did I drink? Did I do things that contributed to contracting this, right? They talk about cancer, and if you're genetically predisposed, meaning that you carry this in your family, let's say, and I do, right? Then you have to live different, right? Because if any time that cancer key can be turned on, it lives dormant in your body, right? It's asleep. And all it takes is for something to wake it up, right? So what would wake it up in a 7-month-old child? What? Right? It boggles the mind, you know? And so learning that she had this, and then learning that it was a rare leukemia. So her cancer was rare, and it was something that could not be treated with normal chemotherapy. The only treatment was a bone marrow transplant. So first, you have cancer. 2, it's rare. 3, there's no treatment. And then you get hit with, okay, I had 2 other children. I had my daughter, Gabby, who you saw in that video, my son, Aiden, as well. So, hey, you've got 2 children. They could be matches for her, right? There was hope. And then we get tested, and none of us are a match for her. None of us. So look at you, your brothers, right? Imagine feeling that your brother needed that, and you couldn't help him. There was nothing that you could do. So now you have to hope that a stranger out there matches you, matches your child, matches your brother in order to save their life. Put yourself in those shoes. How would you feel? Right? A kindness of stranger. That's what you're looking for. So then when we talk about this registry, and this is now 15 years ago that this happened, then we're told we got more bad news. There's not a presence of Hispanics on that registry. Right? I don't even know what the statistics were back then. I only know what they are now. And only because my daughter now works for Be the Match. She works for that organization that helped us find my daughters. And now as an adult, she's able to share with me statistics. So somebody who's Caucasian has a 79% chance of finding their match on that registry. If you're Hispanic, that drops to 48%. If you're African American, drops to 29%. If you are mixed, which every single one of you boys are. Mom's Hispanic, right? Dad's African American. It's less than that. How scary is that? And none of us know it, right? Nobody knew what those numbers were. You hear about things like this. You hear about a registry and you think, hey, I got something in my back pocket, right? If I ever need something, I can find it there. Well, no, you don't. No, you don't, because disparity exists. And it exists because we don't have the knowledge. When we go to doctors, where we go to church, the places that we go to, you don't see brochures about that. You don't see signs about that. You don't have people like me coming and talking to you until now, right? So that's what happened to me. And even as a medical professional, I knew about the registry. I didn't know about the disparity. Nobody talks about that if you're of a certain background, there's nobody out there for you. So at the time of my daughter, right, we found a match for her, fortunately. But I had entered my information and my other 2 children's information into, back then, you could put it online, you could enter it in, and it would tell you how many matches you had out there. Well, I had none, and neither did they. Neither did they. So the only one that even stood a chance at beating this was her, was Isabella. The rest of us had nobody. At that time, I said, I'm going to continue to talk about this. I'm going to continue to have drives because this is important. You know, nobody knows this. So I did in a small way. I would have drives every year. My children took part of that. So they knew, and everybody that I could talk to, I would share that with them until last year when my daughter is now working for them and shared that it's still horrible. It's still bad. Our people are still not joining. And why is that? Right? Because you don't know how easy it is to join now, right? Some people think about it and they say, oh, well, they're going to have to do surgery and they're going to have to go into my bone and extract that spongy material. That's bone marrow. You guys didn't even really know what marrow was. All you knew was that it was in the bone, right? Because it's called bone marrow. So you made a guess on what that is, right? But inside of your bones is where the cells of your body are produced, right? They're called mother cells. Stem cells are mother cells, and they produce every single cell in your body for every organ in your body, right? So that is what is going to then produce a healthy immune system in somebody with cancer, in somebody with sickle cell. Is actually the cure for it. It will take away your body is making that weird looking cell that doesn't carry oxygen. That's sickle cell, right? It's shaped like a C. So it's not a real good cell. And so you take away your immune system and you're given someone else's that has a healthy one, and it absolutely cures your sickle cell and you can live a normal life. But you don't know that. You don't know the disparity that exists. There are over 75 diseases and disorders that can be treated with stem cells. A lot of people don't know that either, right? And if you knew how simple it was, in 90% of the cases, it's like giving blood, like donating plasma. You get hooked up to an IV, they take out what they need, they give you the rest of your blood back, and you go on home on the rest of your day. In 10% of the cases, it is the old-fashioned way. They do take it out of the bone, out of the hip bone, but it's like I said, 10% of the cases, which is very small. The other 90%, it's as simple as that. So why not? What's the holdup? The fact that we don't know. We don't know that it's easy. We don't know that it can cure all these things. And we didn't know that there was disparity.
Wow. Wow, so powerful. I mean, big bro, what is going on in your mind right now? You keep shaking your head in astonishment. Like, what's going on in your head right now?
I am, I don't even know what to say. It's like, first of all, just to think about putting myself in your shoes.
Mhm.
I don't even know how I would go through that.
Right. And that's the reason behind the mission, because I don't want you to go through that.
Right. And this is why for me, it's just, I guess I could say overwhelmed, because it's like, first of all, for you, it shows so much strength that you would want to do this and want to bring awareness, and you have lost a child. It just shows what a strong individual you are. Because even in the midst of, your loss, you were thinking about someone else. You were thinking about another family and said, this happened to my family and I don't want this to happen to someone else. So even in that, first of all, that takes a strong person. And what I found interesting was, you were talking about the disparity, um, and how, for people who are African American, who are mixed, and who are Hispanic, it's not a lot of people who are matches. And that blew my mind, because it's like, that's scary. That is
Right.
extremely scary. And especially, you said, for us who are mixed, it's even lower.
Mhm.
And it's a scary thought. Um, and it just makes me think that, you know, how can we, I guess, make the world know, make the awareness go across the board, so that these matches can increase.
Right.
Um, And, obviously, you are doing a great job in that. But I guess my question would be, when you bring awareness, do you think that people are actually registering? And that's why the numbers are still low, because you said it was 15 years ago, the numbers were low. And even now, you said your daughter said that the numbers are still low. So why do you think that is?
So I know that they've made strides from the time that she started working for them until now. The percentages have grown. So imagine how bad it was, right? So they're doing a great job. Be the Match is doing a great job, but there's not enough of them. It's like an army, right? You got this little army, and the rest of us have to join that army and talk about what other people don't want to talk about, right? So when I see somebody of my ethnic background, I'm going to point that out to them, right? Some other people may not feel comfortable doing that, right? But I do. I say I'm a triple threat. I'm a nurse, I'm Hispanic, and I'm a mom who went through it, right? So if you're going to listen to somebody, if you're going to trust somebody, it's going to be somebody like me who went through it, who is Latin, right? And who has some medical knowledge about what this is and can explain it, right? Because it's difficult to understand, right? A lot of people don't understand it. You could say all these words and it goes, I really don't get it. I don't understand it. This is not something I do every day. Right now, Sam could talk to me about graphics. I don't know what he's talking about. That's a completely different language, right? But I know he can help me, right? I feel like I can trust him. So I'm going to hire him to do that, right? Same thing. You feel you can trust me, right? You feel that I know what I'm talking about. So you're going to be more likely to sign up when I talk to you than if you talk to somebody else who you may not trust, right? And I talk about that distrust of the medical profession as being one of the reasons why our people don't do it. I get asked that all the time. So why do you think our people don't do that, right? There's a mistrust of the medical community. So they don't trust the information that's coming out. Even though the information is there, they don't trust it, right? What are you really going to do with my DNA? Because as Isaiah mentioned, there's something to do with your DNA, right? It is. You're accurate in that. What are you going to do with that information, right? There's a lot of myths and things that people think about that they're doing with that. And because of that, we are holding our own communities back from moving forward and from making a real difference in that registry. We are. Nobody's doing that to us. We're doing it to ourselves. We have an obligation to educate ourselves and to make a difference for our own communities. And stop being afraid. There are things that we can do that we need to be fearful, but this is not one of them. This is actually something that we can make a difference, that we can make a change. Right? So when Sam and I were having these conversations and we're talking graphics and we're talking other stuff, because I was sponsoring an event that he was doing, and I was like, how can I help you? And I was like, you know how you can help me? Is let me talk to you. Let me talk to your brothers. Let me talk to the friends that you have. Because all the three of you here, go talk to one friend. Then maybe there's 6 of you that can join the registry. And you never know which one of you is going to be the one that's going to save somebody's life. I myself have been on that registry for over 30 years. I've never been called. Never. But also remember, I didn't have anybody out there for me either. Right? So who knows why I've never been called. But I do know that my calling now is to teach you, is to make you aware of what's going on out there and hopefully influence you to join that registry and make it easy for everybody to join the registry, because it's not hard. Right? The kit, as I explained to Sam, comes right to your house. You don't even have to go somewhere to get this done. It's as simple as swabbing the inside of your cheek. 10 seconds each side. They send you the envelope. You send it right back. You're on the registry. As long as you meet the health guidelines for somebody that can join. And the age guidelines. Let's talk about that. You have to be between the ages of 18 and 40 to join the registry.
Zay, I think you had a question, right?
Yeah. So I know you mentioned when you said what are people scared of, and I had this question before you said that. What do you believe? Because I know you can have this conversation with us, and in my head I can be, man, I want to do it, but I'm scared of this or I'm skeptical of this. What are some things that you feel as though coming from somebody that you talk to was a common thing that they're scared of, and the reason why they wouldn't sign up for the registry?
So a couple of things. One other thing is pain. Is it going to be painful? Is it going to hurt? Right? Because you automatically think bone, you think pain, you think surgery. When I explained to you, if you ever donated blood or had blood drawn, how much does that hurt? It may be a little pinch, a little discomfort. It's not pain. It's uncomfortable, right? But then at the end of it, you forgot that it even happened, right? A little bit after you draw blood, that's it. It's gone. I don't even remember what that felt like. So pain is the number one. The thinking that you have to have surgery, and I just explained 90% of the cases you don't. It's not surgical, right? It's outpatient. You hang out with some nurses and then you go home at the end of the day. A couple of hours, you can hang out. You can bring a friend with you, watch TV, listen to music, whatever you want to do, right? So people don't know that it's that easy. Loss of income. So what happens, right? Who pays for this? The person's insurance pays for that. So money for our people is one of those fear factors. Am I going to lose income by going to this? Is something going to happen to me because I have to provide for my family? Well, those things don't happen because it's not surgery, right? But Be the Match also is able to reimburse you your salary for the day. So any lost time, they're able to reimburse. Your insurance is not affected and they follow you up and make sure that you're okay. So all those things are covered. But the number one thing is they're fearful of needles. They're fearful of pain and needles.
I think this subject, you have any more questions there? Was that it?
One more question. You said how easy the registry is. So if say me, right, if I wanted to sign up for the registry, how would I do that? I know you explained envelope coming in the mail, easy 10-second swap, but how would I get that envelope sent to me? Like, how do I start?
So I made it easy by going right on the website that I have, izzy'slegacyinc.org. And Sam, if you can put that in there in the chat, right? You go right to that website and there's a section that says Be the Match, right? Right there in Be the Match, it's going to answer a lot of your questions. It tells you a lot of information about what this is. Then it says Join Now, right? There's a button that says Join Now. You join, you answer their health questions to see if you meet the criteria, if you meet the age and the health criteria, and then it'll take you to the next step. Well, you'll create an account, you'll enter your address and your information, and a kit will be sent right to your home. Sam and I talked about this because he's at college, so he was going to join, right? And I was like, well, have it sent to your house, right? Because you're not going to be at college that much longer. When you get home, the kit will be waiting for you. Inside will be 2 swabs. It'll be in an envelope, swab and a little envelope to send it back. It's 10 seconds each side of the inside of your cheek. You swab, you put it right back into this envelope and you mail it back. That's it. And they even pay for you to send it back. Simple.
So I do have one.
Hold on, big bro.
question.
Before you ask the question, real quick, I just want to do this real quick. Share her website. Again, it's izzy'slegacy.org. This is what the website looks like. Guys, go ahead. And it's an easy website.
There's a registry. If you click on the registry, can you click on it and see?
Yes, I can. Right here.
Right there. Be the Match. And there's her picture. Right. If you go down, it tells you register online, what it's about. See that button right there? It says register now. If you click on that. There's FAQs. So all those questions that people have are right there. You want to read all of that before you even go right there. It says if you're 18 and 40, and then go next. It'll tell you that. What happens if you're 41 or over, right? We call that overqualified, right? Because you're over and why is it? It's not that we're trying to keep those people that are over 41 away, right? But the science shows that the people, when they donate and they are within this age range, is the best possible outcome for the person receiving the donation. And remember, this is a life-threatening process that's happening to them. They have to undergo chemotherapy to kill their immune system. They're left with no immune system. And then they have to get this donation and hope that their body starts to make these cells. So you don't want to do this more than once. You want the first time that this happens that it's successful. So you want to get the healthiest possible cells. That's why they reduced the age to 18 and 40. When I joined, it was up to 65. Once you join the registry, you're there until you're 60. So you don't fall off at 41. You stay there. Because guess what? If there's nobody out there and you're healthy, there's a lot of us that are healthy. I'm 50, I'm going to be 55 years old. I don't look like I'm 55 years old, right? And I'm very healthy. So if they need me, they're going to call me. They're going to run some tests on me, see that I'm fine, and they will take my marrow. Because somebody is better than nobody, right?
Yes, that is true. Big bro, you had a question?
She actually just answered it. I was gonna ask about that the age range. Why is that? So she actually just answered the question.
All right. Well, again, guys, you need to first and foremost, I'm asking all the audience just to share this information. It's not enough just to watch this, but we're asking you to share this live because we're trying to get this information out. We want people to know about this information. Secondly, we need everybody to visit the website, right? Visit that website. Look at all the information, right? I've already told Ms. Morales that I will join the registry. So I'm saying this live on my own podcast that I will be joining the registry. We talked about it already, and I was going to have the kit sent here so I can show you how easy it was live, but we agreed that it would be better if I sent it at home. But like I said, I am going to join that registry. Big bro, do we have you? Are you going to join? I know I'm putting
Absolutely.
you on the spot, okay?
Absolutely.
We gonna have
No
him
pressure,
join.
right, Anthony?
Zay, you gonna join with us too?
Of course, I just want to say it's real easy. She explained how easy it is. It's a simple 2 swabs, 10 second, you send it back. And you joined for 15 years, correct? You've been in it for 15 years.
Over that. I joined when I was 25 years old.
Wow.
So 30 years ago, I joined.
Wow.
Exactly. And it is real simple. And it's nothing. You help save a life and you still going about doing your things.
Do your business. That's it. That's it. So anybody here, and if you don't meet the criteria, if you're 41 or over, I always say, somebody who's under 41.
Mhm.
You have friends, you have children. I told your mom that when I met her. You got some healthy boys there. Let's talk to them, let's educate people because this is all about education. I know that the reason people are not joining is the same reason was because I didn't know, even though I had joined right when I was 25, and this didn't happen until I was 38 years old. I didn't understand the disparity. I didn't know that part of it. I had joined, but I didn't know that I needed to encourage everybody around me to join because of this disparity that existed, because nobody had ever told me that part of it, which I think is extremely important for our people, right? And it's something that we can change, something we can do. There's a lot of things that we can do nothing about. This is not one of them. We can do something.
So, real quick, I do have a question about that. For people, for like us, we're mixed. So, if you're solely African American, you wouldn't be able to be a match for me. Or if you're solely Hispanic like yourself, you would not be able to be a match
No,
for
we
me.
can be. We can
Oh,
be.
you
Let me
can.
tell you,
Okay.
yes, Isabella's donor was Caucasian, is Caucasian, right? And when I finally spoke with him a few years ago, I asked him the $1 million question. How is it that you match a little Puerto Rican girl from New Jersey, right? And he's in Oklahoma. And so he shared with me that his paternal grandmother was Mexican. And and I laugh at that. I said, we're not even the same Latin, right? We're not even the same Latin. But that just speaks to how connected we are truly as humans, that the labels we give to one another, but when it comes to our DNA, it don't matter. So because he was mixed, he was able to match my daughter at a higher level than anyone in her family. That's crazy, right? But that's how God is. That's how God is. So when you are mixed, you have the ability to match more people. You could be the answer to a mother's prayer. Just think about that. And as Sam shared, he was born with sickle cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was healed of that. I also had a condition called primary pulmonary hypertension that God healed me of as well. So I share with Sam, I said, you know what? When you are healed, you have an obligation, right? To speak on it, to give testimony on that, but also to help healing in whatever form that is. We have an obligation, Sam and I. We got an obligation, and Solomon too. right?
Yes.
We got an obligation to heal forward because God did that for us.
Amen to that. You speaking, Miss Morales. You are speaking. I know you have a question, Big Bro. Or you have a comment. Do you have a comment or question?
It's a comment.
Go ahead.
I thought what she said was very powerful. We put labels on one another, but we really don't know how truly we connected we are.
That's
And
right.
for me, that was so powerful right there. Because we become so divided on on our personal understandings of one another or what surrounds us, but we really don't understand that first of all, we serve a great God and He has connected all of us in such a way that we can help one another. And the thing that can stop that is by putting labels on one another.
That's right.
And so that was a powerful statement. And I just wanted to, bring that up.
Thank you. An important one and real one.
Yes. Real quickly, we want to share this real quick. Again, we watched some of this. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but again, we want to try to watch this again. And we're going to close it out in a few minutes, but just sit here, audience, watch this, see the convincing and the emotion that people are having when they speak.
The neighbor, a friend, a coworker, and it's a perfect opportunity to introduce them to Izzy's Legacy's website, and just tell them a little bit about your experiences this evening.
Primarily as a cancer survivor myself, I knew what it was like to receive a generous gift from an organization that I had no idea how they got my name, and I wanted to be a part of that.
And when I first heard your story, I knew she was a mom on a mission. Whatever she is doing, I have to be a part of Izzy's legacy. And I did.
We're going to continue doing this, and don't expect an invoice from me. So let's continue to help you spread the message and to continue to help grow. We're here for the long run, so am I. And we got to make sure that this registry continues to grow so this never happens again.
I have to be involved, not only kind of involved, I need to be involved at the highest level I could possibly be involved. And that's why I said, sign me up, right? So my brother, he had 2 kidney transplants, right? And there was no match. And I went forward, my mom, my dad, my 3 brothers. It was like 35 family members and really close friends, and nobody was a match, right? He lost the 2nd kidney, and it was a done deal. And then I had a good friend, his name is Cortez Skipper, and he said he made a pact with God. He said, if I ever had an opportunity to step up to the plate to help somebody in a way that's life-changing, that he would automatically say yes, right? And then eventually he went through with it, and he was a perfect match. To this day, my brother has been around since that time, I don't know, 18 years later. And Cortez is around, he's happy, he's healthy, he's a great guy, and he's living life. So this world needs more people that are willing to sacrifice for something bigger than themselves.
Express. This is going to go and save so many lives. And we want to thank you for your time and your commitment and your compassion and the love that you're sharing with Marilyn, our family, and with everyone else. We thank you.
Every single one of them said present, and we're with you for the long haul. So I can't do this alone. Thank you so much, every single one of you, starting with my husband, my daughter, my sons, my co-workers, my friends. Thank you for walking this walk with us. We have a lot of work to do.
All right. And so, guys, you want to be a part of this. And if they want to be a part of this, Miss Morales, how could they contact you? Say if they want to donate, or maybe they want to be a sponsor for this great cause that you're doing, how can they contact you?
Right on the website. Everything is right there. There's a contact us button. You can join the registry. You can reach out to me if you want to be a bigger part of this. If you want to have a drive wherever you are, if you're in a school, if you're in a congregation, if you're in a church, we will come to you. We will speak. We will have drives. We will sign up people right then and there. They don't have to send for it at home. We'll bring the kits with us, and everybody gets signed up right there. So if you're connected, let me know. Let me know. We'll be down there. Sorry.
Do you guys have any last questions for Miss Morales? Any last thoughts? Miss Morales, do you have any last comments for our audience? Anything you would like to say or add?
Listen, again, I just want to stress the importance of this is something that we can do. We can save lives in life. We can tell our brothers, our sisters, all the people that we know how simple, how easy it is, how, how they can just go and find this information and anything that they need. But we have the ability to do so much more. And I think that's the bigger lesson. Let's educate ourselves so that we can do better. Let's be better so we can do better.
Yes, we have, as you stated, we have an obligation. And as your motto is, let's get busy for Izzy, guys. Let's get busy for Izzy. Miss Morales, thank you so much for being our special guest. We were honored to have you. We love your story, and we're honored to be a part of it in any kind of way. If you would want to be on again, just let us know. Like this is what we do. We love sharing people's stories. We love using our platform to help other people out. And so we would love to have you again, maybe make this a weekly thing where we're giving people knowledge and educating people on this, because I think that's so important. But again, we want to thank you for being our special guest.
Thank you for the opportunity. And I want to hear a follow-up. When you join the registry, I want to see photos of all you guys, okay?
Okay. Big bro, you had something to add?
Oh, yes. I just had a quick statement. We know that God is a healer and he can do all things. Well, sometimes he wants to use us to heal someone else. And so this is a way that you can do that. Because if you do this and you become a match, God will use you to help someone else, to heal someone else. So as she has encouraged you all, I also want to encourage you all. Like I said, I will be registering, but I also want to encourage you all that God can use you to heal someone else.
Amen.
Powerful statement. Well, we're getting ready to close. This was our last episode in our season 1. Guys, thank you so much to our audience. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for constantly getting on and tuning in with us live. Guys, we cannot wait for next season, season 2. With episode 1, we'll have our parents on. We have a mom and a dad who will be joining us, just like a couple, I think it was our first episode we did. And so we're excited to have them. You don't want to miss that episode. So stay tuned. In order to stay tuned, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Johnson5_talk.show and on Facebook at Johnson5Talk Show. Make sure you subscribe to our channel at Johnson5Talk Show. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And we got to give a real quick shout out, Solomon, who couldn't be with us on tonight. He couldn't be with us on tonight, but he's here watching. Buddy, just say a comment so we could say your comment out loud. We appreciate you for watching, buddy. Let's see if he would comment real quickly. Just comment something, man.
Sam, he could just type in that he's going to join the registry.
yeah, just type in that, man. But in any case, I don't think he's going to comment anything, which is totally fine. But we want to appreciate him. Hopefully, we can get him back on next time. You know, he's been pretty busy, but that is totally fine. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And Lord's will, we see you next time for season 2, episode 1. Thank you guys so much.